Oh, Natsu, you can't solve all your problems by punching them. Oh, wait, yes, you can. Oh, hello there. How are you doing today? My name is Mr. S. Welcome back to my channel. Welcome back to another book video on a channel called Art Talk with Mr. S. But, I have a good reason. You see, there's a common phrase in the world today. Never judge a book by its cover.
It's completely untrue.
I don't think any of us can really say that we're not guilty of the crime of buying a book or a movie or anything like that just based on how cool the cover looked. You see, there's a good reason for that. If you don't know anything about the book in question that you're looking at, typically you'll probably notice first is how cool the cover looks. You'll say, ooh, what's that? There's some sort of skelly man and a big moon and more skelly men down there. Who is this guy? Oh, why, his name's Nagash. What's his whole deal? And then you look at the back and then the rest is history. I thought today it would be fun to do just like a quick little rapid style thing where I go through all of my or some of my particularly favorite covers for books that I have in my collection. Not talking about the story itself. I'm not going to go into any kind of in-depth analysis of the story or anything like that. Strictly just the covers and how much they delight me. Quick disclaimer, not going to be talking about graphic novels in this particular video. Whole other thing. So, let's go ahead and take a look at some of my particular favorite book covers. First one is the one that actually inspired me to make this video in the first place. It is Peter and Max by Bill Willingham. Haven't read any of the Fables series, but this one, it just gets me. That silhouette of Peter Piper right there, it's such a cool silhouette. You wonder, like, oh, their wings? Is that his cloak? What's going on there? He's in action. You see the silhouette of the trees below him. That beautiful ombre effect that has just the spot of white right there behind him. The striking white text just enrapturing your eyes. And, of course, it never hurts for a hardcover to have something cool in the actual hardcover itself. And in this case, we have an embossed picture of Peter and Max. Really well presented. Little bit into the story, I'm liking it so far, but the cover, definite win. Another particular favorite of mine, also incorporating shiny things, is the Book of Lost Things hardcover edition. I had the softcover of this one. I was given the hardcover as a present a year or so ago, and that gold on blue, such a great combination. You can see inside there just all of these little intricate things that are going on inside the cover. It's not just a bunch of little just vine effects. There's a lot of stuff going on in there. You can see the Crooked Man there. You got the main character there. There's always something to look at on this cover. Front cover itself, definitely a winner, which is cool because I already loved this book with all my heart, and now I love it even more. Next up, we've got the cover for the soft cover of Brave Story by Miyuki Miyabe. Whenever you have something reveal like sci-fi or like fantasy, they seem to have a tendency to try to make it look like as realistic as humanly possible. So I like ones like this, where there's definitely more of a distinct style to it. I like the wraparound from the front and the back. And I like the distinct character designs on here. It really gives a sense that this is definitely taking place in another world, a world that maybe is even warping the main character itself. Really, really cool. I love this cover, and I love this book. Had to pick something to represent the Warhammer side of my book collection. Definitely, I love the cover for Brunner the Bounty Hunter. There's a new one that has a new redesign for Brunner. I really don't like it. It doesn't make him look all that cool or powerful, but you look at this cover, you look at that design, and you definitely believe that this guy means business and he will take you down. Don't mess with that guy. Also along the sci-fi fantasy route, we have the second volume of Legends of the Dragon Realm by Richard Knaak. I like this one because I really like the colors they chose for the dragon around here. I think the composition of it encircling Dark Horse there in the middle, that's the character's name, is really cool. It's really visually striking. And of course I had to pick this one because it has Dark Horse on the cover. And if you haven't read any of the Dragon Realm books yet, you will fall in love with Dark Horse. He is best character in the whole series. Love seeing him represented here on the cover. keeping with the mythological bent or like the sci-fi fantasy kind of deals, we have Neil Gaiman's Norse Mythology. Relatively new book in my collection. I haven't read it yet, but I had to put it on here just because, ooh, just look at how cool that hammer is. I'm assuming that's Thor's hammer. Haven't read this yet, like I said, but it's also got that like velvety, whatever, like buttery almost feeling to the cover. It makes my fingers happy, it makes my eyes happy too. Love all those Celtic and Norse symbols on there. Then we have Agatha Christie's And Then There Were None. I know there's a lot of different versions of this book, a whole ton of different covers, including one for the new miniseries that came out, but this one is definitely my favorite. It's such a great use of minimalism. There's only 3 main elements on this book cover. You have the 2 people here, they could be man, they could be woman, doesn't really matter. You have the striking red that's supposedly like their shadows, and then you have just a faint indication of a hand right there. Really gives a feeling of like isolation and feeling that like something bad is going to be happening to these characters, which definitely happens in this book. This book is fantastic, and this cover, it definitely just gets me, man. Another one on the more minimalistic side, but still really effective, is the hardcover old version of Clive Barker's book Imajica. Another one I haven't read yet, but I don't know if you can see it in the light there, but there's like little symbols and everything embedded in the white on the front and back of this book here. This one's rather yellowed with age. I love the purple they chose for the author's name and the font that they chose for both the name and the title. It's like really striking and like old English style. It just gives a real feeling of just like classic mythology going on. I love that picture right there. I don't know who those characters are yet. Haven't read this yet, but I love that it doesn't take up the whole image, the whole like cover. It's just like right there, and it like forces you to like look close and like be like, ooh, what's going on there? It gets your interest. So this cover definitely does its job. And then lastly, there's no real order as to how much I love the rest of the covers, but this one was definitely, I would have to say, is my favorite, and that is M.P. Kozlowski's hardcover of Frost. Oh man, I love the cold grays in the background circling into like a light ombre here in the middle. You can see this excellently detailed robot hand. It's also embossed, which makes me really happy. It's holding like this delicate rose that kind of looks both metallic and real. It's got that drop of blood there. It goes, ooh, that makes you just go, ooh, like what's going on there? On the back, you just have the robots are rising, and like just this alone, you look at this, like I saw this and I was like, I don't care what that book is about. I have to read it because that cover is awesome. I'm not the most complicated person. Like I said, I see a cover that I like, I give it a chance, pretty much no matter what. And there you have it, ladies and gents. There's a couple of my favorite book covers that I own. Please let me know down in the comments below if you have any particular favorite book covers or covers of anything that you own. And let me know what you think about the ones that I had. And thank you very much for watching, ladies and gents. Hope you enjoy this little type of video that I have here. Probably have some more book related ones in the future because I'm on a bit of a book kick right now. So until next time, ladies and gents, have yourselves a good day. I've got some reading to do.